So a lot of people have been asking for basically a tour of the man cave, the lair, the gaming setup, the whole shebang. And so I thought it'd be time to, maybe make a little video, just basically showing off my setup, my collection, all that good stuff. It's going to be kind of an overview. If you want more detailed look into any of these things, just leave a comment or something, and I'll get to it eventually. Or a specific game or series or something you want me to show off a little bit more in detail, just give me a heads up. Alright, so let's just start off with the main setup. There's the TV. It's a 60-inch Panasonic, or Sharp. Wow. A Sharp Aquos 3D TV. 1080p, all that good stuff. It's quite nice. I just recently got it. It's a smart TV. I don't really use the smart features, so whatever. But right now I have my PS3 on, but underneath it I also have hooked up my PS4, my PS3, my Wii U is hooked up and on. It's just not up on the screen right now, but it's there, being this little thing over here. Out of focus, okay. And then down there I just have some like random accessories and stuff hiding. Pokemon Rumble figures, which I haven't really decided where to put those. On the side there I have sort of just a controller and water, in case, of apocalypse. Random controllers, 360, Wii U Pro controller, Wii remotes, a Move controller. All the way at the bottom, you can't see it, but there's little pouches with 3D glasses. And then my PS3 and PS4 controllers just sort of go next to their systems, because why not? As you notice, there's speakers down there, speakers up there. It is a 5.1 setup, but the back speakers do not reach quite all the way to the end of the room, so they're sort of just chilling down there right now. So until I figure out what to do with them. So yeah, I don't really like too much clutter, but there's a lot of wires going around behind there. Let's try to hide them as much as possible. Notice I do have them taped up on the ceiling there, going down the sides. I try to cover up a lot of them with the Spice and Wolf poster. Moving over there, they go all the way along down this wall to my PC. But we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, that's basically my gaming setup right here. I also have a 360, but that's in its box right now. Not hooked up because there's nothing I really want to play on it right now. Yeah, it's a pretty good TV. I also have my PC hooked up to this to play PC games on the big screen with SteamOS or Steam Big Picture mode or whatever it is, and it works pretty well for that too. And then as you go over the door, I have little little 8-bit sprites that my brother made for me once. Zack and Wiki poster, kind of trying to hide some more wires. It's kind of obvious that they're there, but whatever. And then moving over here, air conditioning vent. A really nice Summer Wars poster. I really like this poster, so I got it framed. I usually don't frame my posters, but this one I just felt had a really nice look to it and served a frame. I have my two Mass Effect figures in their boxes sitting over here. Two of my favorite characters, Grunt and Tali. I do want to get more of those, but I don't think they're being made anymore, so they're kind of expensive, unfortunately. Networking stuff hiding behind there, router and modem. The Last of Us art book, kind of just chilling with all my Mass Effect stuff. Most of my Mass Effect books and stuff are here. I have the art book, the guides for 2 and 3, the collection edition guides. I do not have the guide for 1 because it's out of print and hard to find. I have the hardcover comic books. The one in the plastic, as you can tell, there's one in plastic. That one is actually one of the signed ones. I got that one signed. The other ones, unfortunately, are not signed. But what are you gonna do? Then the Mass Effect novels. If you're into Mass Effect and haven't read the comics or the novels, you really ought to, because they're quite good. And then my Mass Effect by Shoujo Shepherd statue, which is not in the box. I have it over in the displays case, but the box is pretty nice, and just a nice placeholder there. I actually bought this in Japan in the Kotobukiya shop. And some random comic stuff. Most of my comics are in a box in the basement, because I'm not really into comics at the moment. I don't really have space for them. So I just sort of have a few choice things sitting here. I have a Game of Thrones. It's not even a comic. This is a TV Game of Thrones TV show, like art book with production assets and stuff. Then a Game of Thrones comic book series, Watchmen compilation, and then one of my more favorite comic book series, the Blake and Mortimer series. I have a whole bunch of these, and they're pretty good. They're kind of like well, I know I'm a Tim Schleby, but you probably know it as Tintin. It's kind of in that vein. It's a European comic. I believe originally British, but I have them in German, as you could probably tell. And then I sort of have some random stuff sitting here. Keys wallet. My Wii U box, just because it looks nice. It's not just a plain console box. It actually got some has some Zelda art and stuff on it. It looks kind of nice, so keeping it there. My DS in its case. Haven't really whipped that out recently. My Vita is not in there. I just have it sitting there for when I take my Vita on the go. eShop card, which I already redeemed, it's sort of just chilling there. And up here I have a shelf sort of just stuck on the wall for some Code Geass and some FMA figures. And then, as you can see over here, Xillia and the Ni no Kuni strategy guide, the hardcover one, are just sort of chilling back there because they couldn't fit anywhere else. And yes, it is supporting the shelf. Probably not the best idea, but whatever. And then up there I have an Okami HD and a Remember Me poster, just because they look kind of nice. Probably will look nicer framed, but I don't feel like buying frames right now. Going back down here, this is my Blu-ray collection. It's actually, all these shelves are double stacked right now because I don't have that much shelf space and I have a lot of stuff. But as you can see, it's a lot of anime. Some stuff's on top, there's stuff behind there. I have a lot of the Ghibli movies. I'm only missing, I think, one on Blu-ray right now. And then, of course, Spirited Away and Mononoke are not on Blu-ray yet. The Game of Thrones seasons, Blu-ray, Resident Evil, some other action superhero films, Ip Man, some Disney stuff, and stuff behind there, of course. My 360 collection is all relegated to one shelf now. It's double stacked behind there. You can tell that, but yeah, I don't have a lot too many 360 things, but some of my favorite games from this past generation are on 360, like the Mass Effect games, which I have 2 and 3 collector's edition. I do not have the collector's edition of 1 because it's expensive, and then Alan Wake and the Batman Arkham City collector's edition. And then down here I have DVD stuff, all anime actually. A lot of art boxes with classic stuff like Air, Elfen Lied. One Piece's Voyages 1 and 2. Haven't gotten any farther than that. Evangelion, Hayate, Patlabor, Code Geass, Fate Stay, Shauna, Berserk. And there's a whole bunch of stuff behind there too, which I won't get into now. And a lot of stuff is still in boxes and storage and such. And then I have more stuff that showed up recently. K-On! The Movie, Redline, Mass Effect, Shiki, and Fujiko Mine. Moving up and around, well, there's my PC setup. I'll just start with that then. See if this would go into focus. That'd be nice. It's a very off-the-cuff video. My screen is just it's a 32-inch LG TV. I do not use a commuter monitor. And then the second screen, of course, is the 60-inch over there for watching anime and whatnot. And then below I have trash can, more drawers for supplies and such. My PC is down there. It's a custom built one. It's a little dirty right now. I need to undust it and do some maintenance and stuff on it. But hard to say, I built it myself. Specs, I can go into detail another time if you really want to know. If you don't, then you probably don't. Then just don't care. And then moving, let's start at the top of this shelf. There's some collection editions up here. There's the Metal Gear Rising, which everything's still in there because I didn't feel like taking out that lava lamp. The Last of Us Collector's Survival Edition, not the statue one, the other one. It's actually a pretty thin box, if you can see from the side here. Uncharted 3, and as you can see, there's my Edward Kenway statue from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. He would not fit into this case over here, so he had to go up on the shelf. It's a really nice figure, better than most video game collector's editions figures. See the pretty details, and this is a string as a rope. And then moving down, a lot of my NIS, anime, PS3 collection editions and such are in this shelf. I've run out of space because there's so many of them now at this point. Hiding here is robotics notes. I can go into detail into another video if you want. Steins Gate, the Atelier games. This one's the Japanese version because we did not get a collection edition for Ayesha. There's a little Kirino just chilling down here, playing a PSP. And then Neptunia, the lunchbox version. Chie just sort of chilling here with her steak. Time and Eternity, Guided Fate Paradox, collection editions. Most of these are sealed. Some of them aren't. It sort of just varies. Muramasa, the Vita game, collection edition sealed. Back there is the Ni no Kuni Wizard Edition, still sealed. I don't think I'll ever open it just because of the value of it's gone up so much. And then all the NIS stickers are sort of just in a pile back there. Back front is the Namus 15 Collector's Edition. Pretty good visual novel. Haven't played too many recently, but it's pretty good. Blaze Blue, the Japanese Continuum Shift, the Japanese Collector's Edition, which came with a Nendoroid Petite Figma of what's-her-face? Noelle, there we go. Of Noelle, which is currently on display anywhere. I don't know if it's in the box or somewhere else, so sorry. Meruru, still sealed. Disgaea D2, Verona, and another Neptunia game back there. Moving down some more, there's the Vita stuff. Don't have too many Vita games, but it's a pretty good collection considering the library isn't that large to begin with. Some US games, and there's my imports. New Low King Story is the UK edition. Black Lagoon, and the other one is the Nyarko game, which I haven't played yet, but be that as it may. And then Golden Edition of Persona 4. My Zelda 3DS I still have sitting here because it looks nice, and why not? And then behind that is Nyarko-san, the box for the collection edition. Back there is Soul Calibur 5, collection edition, not open because I don't feel like playing it. Zone of the Enders HD, also not opened. Way behind there, which is kind of hard to tell, is the PS3 Haruhi game limited edition with Yuki on the cover. I've opened it, but I haven't played it yet. And then there's my Vita, my old 3DS, and my new 3DS. Moving up, it's Catherine, the PS3 Collection Edition, Agarest War. And behind that, as you can tell, is the Fallout New Vegas 360 Collector's Edition. Kind of hidden back there. Then moving down to the case, my two most expensive figures, Yoko from Gurren Lagann and Hitagi from Bakemonogatari. These figures were pretty expensive, hence they get their own shelf. And moving down, there's the Star Wars Old Republic figure of Darth, whatever the hell his name is. Haven't really played the game, so don't care, but this figure itself is a pretty high quality figure, which is not surprising considering the collection edition game cost like $150 or something. And then of course my Mass Effect Shepard Bishojo statue, which is awesome. The base is interchangeable with a Paragon or Renegade SIG symbol. Kind of cool. And she has a different gun as well. And then I sort of have just a bunch of other figures jumbled into the case right now. Nothing really organized. There's some random A World God Only Knows and I don't know, Not So figures and Hina right back there. Moving down, some more random figures, some Tiger and Bunny figures, a whole bunch of them in there. Some more Code Geass, some Code Geass Wonderland figures, which are pretty funny looking. Never found the Lelouch one while I was in Japan. That said, most of these figures are are actually bought in Japan. I don't really import figures via websites. I either buy them at conventions or when I'm in Japan or Hong Kong. Moving on to the next shelf. Start at the top is the Old Republic Collection Edition, Two Worlds, the Royal Edition, which I got when Amazon was clearancing them out for like $20. It did come with the statue. Unfortunately, Amazon shipped it terribly, and the statue's like head is broken off. So they just refunded me the money for it, and I have a broken statue now. So great. That's why the statue is not on display. And then, of course, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Limited Edition, which I love the game, so I had to had to have that Kenway figure. I do kind of want the other Assassin's Creed Limited Editions, but they've kind of gone up in price since release, so I'm not sure that's going to happen. Moving on to DS stuff, there's a little Totoro chilling there, Spirit Tracks, and Phantom Hourglass, and then a bunch of other DS games sort of lined up. This row is double stacked once again. There's some Game Boy stuff behind there as well, but it's double stacked. And then all my Pokemon stuff is here for DS. Quite a bit of Pokemon stuff. Random import right there. And then moving down to the PS3 section, all my imports are here. The ones that aren't on the other shelf. There's the K-On! Game, Clannad, etc. A lot of visual novels in there. But yeah, they're pretty fun. I haven't played all of them, I must admit. And then just random PS3 games going along here. Resistance Collection Edition, Killzone, my only other PS4 physical copy. I haven't finished it yet, but eventually, right? Ratchet and Clank is the Nexus, just got that recently, so it's just chilling there with Killzone. And these are also double stacked. So, as you can tell, double stacking is fun. Resident Evil 5 the Collector's Edition, some random sized Square Enix games like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 13-2, and then 13 just because 13-2 was right next to it. Back there is a Mugen Souls Collector's Edition sitting over there just chilling. Did not fit on my other shelf, so it got shunted back there. And then double stacked PS3 games galore. And then down here, my massive Wii U collection of all of 4 games right now. 2 Ubisoft, 2 Nintendo. Hopefully I will get some more in the future, but and then back there is a little Assassin's Creed Black Bart figure, which came with my game. The Wii Fit meter is sitting back there too. And a Far Cry 3 glass, which I got at Comic-Con last year, because it has nowhere else to go, and so we're just dividing the Wii games with the Wii U games. Wii U games, double stacked. Some bigger boxes back here, Last Story and Kirby. And I'm still missing quite a few first-party games that I should have on Wii U, but it's a pretty good Wii collection. Wii had a lot of good games, despite it being not a very good system. And then my 2 rarer, I guess, Wii games is One Piece Unlimited Adventures, which had a super low print run and sells for like over $100 now. And you can guess what that is. It's Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, my only Wii import, which you can actually play on an unmodded US Wii. You just have to download a little patch for it that you can get via a fan site. But it's pretty cool. It's a great Fatal Frame game. I highly recommend it. Shame it did not come to US. And then moving down to 3DS games. Not too many 3DS games just yet. Sorry for the shaky cam, but SMT4, which is in that big obnoxious box. Soul Hackers, Croczone, other boxes. Bunch of random DS games. Most of I haven't played because I suck. A random Lancelot Albion just sitting on top of Kid Icarus. And then my very few N64 games because I don't really collect them. I don't go out of my way to get them. It's just if I happen to see them on, say, Amazon Warehouse for a good price, I will just pick them up. And that price is usually under $10. None of these I paid more than $10 for. But I mean, eventually maybe I'll get into N64 collecting, but as of right now, I don't feel like adding the extra expense. And moving down, there's a few PS1 games. I don't have too many PS1 games anymore. There's one import, it's 3x3 Eyes. I have a couple RPGs here, Vagrant Story, the Tales 1 and 2 games, Parasite Eve 1 and 2, Resident Evil 2, Jackie Chan Stuntmaster, greatest PS1 game ever, just saying. PSP is sort of sitting in its dusty little case right there, unloved. It is a modded one. I haven't touched it in forever, so I don't know what firmware is on there right now. But and then a couple double stack PSP stuff. Dragon Art Tag Simulator Solid. One import game, which is a railgun or an index game. And then two relatively rare-ish, I guess, games: Persona 2, Elite Collector's Edition, and Class of Heroes 2, which was only available through a sort of, I guess, their Kickstarter or whatever it was. And then moving down is the PS2 stuff, double stacked because I don't have a lot of shelf space for last gen stuff, or last gen retro stuff, I guess. A lot of my Resident Evil games right there. I love, as you can tell, I love Resident Evil. And then just a bunch of other stuff. Flood the Last Vampires and import. It's Final Fantasy, Siren, Clock Tower. I do love survival horror games. I'm a big survival horror junkie. Dark Cloud, a couple RPGs, SMT, Tales, etc., Persona, and then a couple of imports. It's pretty nifty stuff like the Shauna game and DRS and Lucky Star. Yeah, but if you want me to go into more detail, I'll just leave a comment. I'll make another video. And then a couple of collection editions and whatnot. Growl Lancer, Maihime, Persona, Digital Devil Saga. I think I only have the first Digital Devil Saga. I still need to get the second one. I should probably get on that before it goes up in price too much. And then moving down all the way to the GameCube stuff, also double stacked because it's barely any space left down here. Some Zelda games, Pokemon, Tales, a couple of first-party things and whatnot, and then a couple of Xbox games. I don't have a lot because I never had an Xbox, but Kung Fu Chaos is one of the greatest games ever made, and if you've never played it, you should. And Marvel vs. Capcom 2, because why not? And then a very few guides. It's basically just my Pokemon guides and Mirror's Edge for some reason, but and Metal Gear Solid 4. But most of my guides are in boxes because there's just no space for them. But I do love the Pokemon guides. And finally, over here, I have my like retro setup going on. I might put a GameCube in there or something. But yeah, it's nice TV to have a little retro corner to go on here. A little Resident Evil Revelations 30th anniversary poster hiding back there too. And there goes, woo, Windows. Snow. Look at all that snow. And then, of course, got my pillows. And wall posters. This is my camera setup right here. Canon T2i. And then I still have some stuff I haven't hung up yet, which is over here. A working poster, which is framed. And my Steins Gate poster, which I both got in Japan. And that concludes it. So if you have any questions or want to see something more in detail, then just don't hesitate to leave a comment or something.